What's up? What's going on? Alright guys, what's up? We're talking about Placage and octoroon balls today. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing alright. Alright, well, we're going to be talking about this, but before we do, I'd like to say this is your guy Serious. What's up guys? How you guys doing? I made that Saturn, Satan and Saturn video. I hope a lot of you guys watched it because it explains a lot, and it's the second piece to the first piece that a lot of people were asking, where's the second part to, bro? So there you go. I'd like to say this, guys. I'm getting so many comments on my videos now that it's getting harder and harder to keep up with all those comments. So if I don't reply to your comment, it doesn't mean that I didn't see the comment. It just simply means there's too many comments to reply to. I get so many freaking comments, messages, emails and stuff like that. I'm still going to reply to the emails, because I really do feel that if you're going to email me, if you're going to go to that extreme, that I got to take care of it, I got to take care of it, But, email me with important stuff, as usual. Because I know Jared's probably like, no, I want to email you. This is cool, that's cool, I ain't got no problem with that. But what I'm saying is, like, the comments and stuff like that, just because I'm not commenting back doesn't mean I'm not looking at your comment. But there's so many comments that I can't even keep up anymore, guys. Honestly, I can't even keep up. I can't keep up anymore. There's so many comments. I'm getting private messages. I'm getting all this stuff. And more stuff is coming on Serious in the Temple. Like late August and like early September, all this other stuff. More stuff is gonna come. Like I told you, I have a lot more things to show you guys. Man, I'm gonna be dealing with those records soon and all this other stuff I gotta show you guys. Okay? I hope you guys are meditating. I hope you guys are looking at that video called How to Meditate in This Matrix Reality, or any of my videos dealing with the pineal gland or meditation and stuff like that. Because once you understand the steps and how to do this stuff, it becomes much easier. J Vass, I appreciate that. You know who you are, man. I just said your name, Jared. Yeah, I'm gonna put up that blueprint real soon. It's just that I got a life, I got things to do, and it's hard to keep up sometimes, man. For real, it's really hard on my channel to keep up, man. It really is. And I appreciate your support. I humbly appreciate your donations. I humbly appreciate the fact that you guys love coming up here and watching me do what I do. I appreciate the fact that a lot of you guys have an understanding of what this channel is about and the seriousness of why this channel needed to be created. Like I said, I'm not no spiritual teacher. I'm not no spiritual guru or anything. I'm just your boy here, trying to spit some knowledge to you to wake you up, because I care about you and I want you to understand certain things that wasn't taught to you in school, like Placage and octoroon balls. So let's deal with this now. There was many movies made in the 19th century all the way up to this time frame now about something called Placage or octoroon balls. Now what is that and how does it work? Hopefully I have your undivided attention. Okay, so octoroon balls and Placage. See, in the world that we live in, a lot of black males, so-called blacks, because you're not slaves, you're not bucks in fields, you're Moors. Some of you guys like to call yourself Israelites. We are those people, but we're Moors because we already mixed our blood with this land a long time ago, before Europeans were ever here. So we're Moors first. Okay? We've had our land taken from us. And I'm going to be explaining a lot of this stuff here on this video, and I hope you guys can hear me, and I hope you guys are listening. Alright, so let's deal with this right now. So okay, so this is dealing with the so-called 1700s and further up into the 1800s, and why is it in those time frames? See, your so-called slavery of the so-called African American in this country is dealing with the 1600s all the way up to present day today. It was only 50 years ago, guys, that people were getting sprayed down with water hoses from fire truck. Okay, all right, okay. Around your 19th century, your 19th century is where they were looking to let people go and stuff like that. They didn't want to let people go in the 1800s and all that. No, see, it's just recent that they wanted to let y'all go. But you see, the thing is this: they're telling you a lie about you guys being let go and all that, and that they wanted to let you guys go so you guys could be your own people and stuff like that, because the North was telling the South that slavery is not okay and all this other stuff. See, that's bullshit. All right, that's straight fucking malarkey. Okay, first of all, you see that man Kanye West, right? That when he showed up and started saying that slavery was a choice and all that, slavery would be a choice for 400 years, that would have to be a choice, right? He's not wrong. Not in that sense. Do I agree with everything else he's saying? No, but he's right. How can somebody stay in a certain position for 400 years and not do a damn thing about it? And then get free somehow? Why would they set you free if you're the source of income? If you do everything that they need you to do, if you wash their clothes, you take care of their horses and their stables, you feed the children, if you're the bed chambermaid, you're the bed chambermaid, if you clean up the house, clean up the house, if you pick cotton for them in those fields over there, if you do all this stuff that they need you to do that they're not willing to do for themselves, why the hell would they logically let you go if they're fucking evil in the first place? See, it doesn't make no damn sense. See, you see, like your man Paul Mooney says, that famous comedian, the godfather of all comedy. What did he say? You can search it up. He said, I read the White Book. And you so-called African American motherfuckers, you so-called black bucks in fields? That's what it means. Look up in your U.S. Constitution. The black is only 3/5 of a human being. We need to let this word black go altogether, because it's not safe. See, words have power in this country. This is where you get your amendment rights and you get your constitutional rights. It's all words. And when you, as an individual or as a mass collective whole, start calling yourself something and it's predicated upon in your constitution that it's 3/5 human, you don't get no real rights. You only get 3/5 human rights. That means they can kill you in the street legally and still get out, walk out free, no jail time. And it's been happening, and you guys know that. I'm here smiling because it's the fucking truth. I want you to understand. Now, see, a Moor has sovereign rights. A Moor is alive in this country. They can get whatever they need. See, we're supposed to be going into courts right now saying we're all Moors and stuff like that, and suing the U.S. government for what they fucking done to us, and getting proof as well so that they can't talk shit. A lot of you guys know, a lot of you guys African American cats know that it wasn't that many of y'all that came from Africa to here. No, we already spoke about this in another video though. But we're gonna get on all this shit. Now let's deal with this. You see, a lot of African American men, or Negroid men like myself, I'm Latin American. I am Hispanic, yes, but I am Latin American. But look at how I look. I look Negroid, right? Cool. All right, so there's a lot of darker brothers of mine walking around the world today, even in the comment section. They be telling me black women, you know, they're low class women, you know, they don't even wear their hair natural, you know, they always want to fight with you, they always want to yell at you, argue with you, drive you fucking crazy up the brink. They take all your money, they don't love you, they disrespect their men, they hate their own children, they selling out and cooning for the white man. That's why they wearing weave extensions and weaves in their hair and all this. And they don't care, and there's some ghetto gagging, ghetto ass women. They don't give a fuck about their own people and all this other stuff. And the fact that it still remains is that the man that they're with, they don't show him any type of respect, and they disrespect him in public. And then when these women see a black male, automatically some evil shit comes out of them to attack this man. They not wrong. Look at my see, I've been dealing with black women my whole life. Okay, black women are crazy as fuck for the most part. All these so-called black women that's out here are crazy as fuck, man. Trust me, he ain't wrong. Okay, and this needs to be said. Me, I'm not afraid to say shit on this channel. You know, you guys already see that. I'm not afraid to say shit. I don't give a fuck what happens. See, it's the truth, man. Black women aren't, for the most part, the mass majority of them in this country, they're not feminine. They're overly masculatoid. They're overly masculine. It's like they're taking testosterone pills or some shit, because these women are trying to come off like men. A lot of them they hate men, they hate black men, but yet they want to be a man and they want to turn lesbian. There is a giant movement right now for lesbianism in the black community, where a lot of black women are getting confused and trying to become lesbians. You know, black women are very disrespectful they're disobedient toward their man. They love cheating on their man. Look at my man Francis. What happened to him? I got a boy here. I got a brother here named Kobe, and he's gonna be coming up on probably the second piece of this video. He's gonna be coming up and telling you exactly what has happened to him dealing with these African American females. And he's a Dominican brother like me. He's Latin American. He was born here, and he's had a lot of shit happen to him, and it's not fucking. This shit ain't funny at all, bro. The amount of crazy stories this man has told me has mind-boggled me to the point that I had to make this video. And see, you guys have to understand something, all right? Look. See, what you guys need to understand is that black women are not. They have now actually become undateable, and a lot of them are coming up on YouTube now and saying that they feel that the black woman in this country has been abandoned by her man. This is all structural. This has all been institutionalized mental thinking of the U.S. government. Not just the U.S. government, the deep state, the fucking the Illuminati. That was their goal the whole time. Fuck up the black woman within this time frame of 1600s all the way up to now. You fuck her up, right? You fuck her up now. And when you do that, right? When you fuck her up now, and you do all this now, the man will slowly start to disconnect himself from this woman because he can no longer tolerate her insanity, her craziness. These women will get up and attack you. These women will call the cops on you. How you gonna call the white man if the white man's the enemy? If your man's not even doing nothing wrong, but you gonna call the cops on him because you mad at him or for some stupid ignorant shit? These women have no fucking respect. They have no self-respect. These type of women, man, these women be hoeing, man. They be hoeing out here. And I'm gonna tell you something else about them. See, I'm gonna tell you something else. See, the black female in this country, she has lost her she has lost her mental resources, man. Like, she has lost all mental faculties. These women, man, look, man, these women are so highly disrespectful, man. Alright, so, a lot of you guys are gonna be like, well, when does slavery end? See, the Reconstruction era of 1863 to 1877 was basically the Reconstruction era. And the Reconstruction era, a lot of black males they were still trying to come up and take care of what they were trying to take care of. And I'm telling you right now, on the Reconstruction era, the black male was suffering so much in this freaking country that they were supposedly trying to give him civil rights and all this stuff. In that time frame, the black male was so screwed up mentally because of the fact of this, is that everything that he created since the 1600s up till now, even the 1900s, he was still struggling. But he showed himself as a fucking champion, because even in the 1900s, he was still creating stuff for the betterment of his people to this very day. Everything you got around you guys was created by a black, so-called black man in this country. The White House was created by a bunch of black people. They call it the White House. ¿Qué tu mamá huevo aquí? Estos hombres está loco, eh? Huh? These motherfuckers will call it the White House, but it was a bunch of so-called black slaves that created that place. And look at how they left it. A White House. Like I said, racism ain't going nowhere in this goddamn country. See? Let me tell you like this, though. See, in this time period for Placage, right? Alright? In the 1700s, right? You search it up. In the mid 1700s, I believe, to like around the beginning or whatever. The reason why they had to start it in the 1700s is the fact of this: they needed they needed an entire century, entire 100 years, to have the black male work as hard as he possibly can. Even if hurting and injuring himself comes to fruition, they don't care. They did all this because they couldn't do all that work themselves and make all this money and stuff like that. Sorry about that. So what happened is that they needed the African American well, he wasn't African American at the time, he was a slave, according to them. Captured more. That's what it is. Captured more. They needed him to work as hard as he possibly could on the fields and everything else, and they knew that these people were like a gold mine. They could create things that the whites could not. So they worked off that. And before you know it, they were making so much money off of these damn slaves, man. They were making so much money. They even stole their inheritance from them. Because you see, you got to understand, in these time frames, when black people were so-called slaves in America, see, a lot of this land already belonged to y'all. See, y'all don't get it. A lot of the African American Moors from Spain were brought here on a boat named Jesus, okay, which means the word justice. I don't see how this is justified, but whatever. And the psychopath called Africanus is the one who labeled these people, and then that landmass called Africa today. He's the one who dubbed it Africa, okay, all right, which basically means the land of the conquered Moors, okay, all right, and I gotta tell you guys, see, you guys have to understand this, okay? I'm gonna say this like this. See, when you guys were working for these people, you guys don't get it. You guys fell from ancient Kemet, right? Ancient Egypt, right? You guys came and fell off, right? Then you guys were here already. So this was a universal punishment or curse upon our people because we violated 42 laws of Ma'at. And it was, you know, around this time frame, it was getting closer to the moon or lunar cycle, the moon cycle. And black people don't rule on the moon cycle. We rule on the solar cycle. Okay? So, okay, this balloon is really starting to drive me insane. But, whatever. Alright, so, you know, we fell off. And we lost who the hell we are. Oh my goodness, this balloon. Alright, so maybe it's the AC, guys. Maybe let me turn this thing on. Alright. So let's deal with this now. So then basically within this time frame we fell off, and it was, why do you think it was so easy for the French, the Spanish, the Dutch, and the Europeans to come here, and the British to come here and take over our land? Okay? Because it was sharecropping, guys. It was sharecropping. Why were we sharecropping? It's because we've already lost our freaking mind. See, when we were universally cursed, Jesus Christ, man, it's starting to piss me off. When we were universally cursed around the world, we forgot our ancient traditions, and we forgot our mind, and we got calcified in the pineal gland. And the ancient Egyptians, right, they fell from the 4th dimension into the 3rd dimension. They literally fell from grace. And the Lord, He turned his back on us because we turned our backs on Him. We violated too many laws, and He kept warning us not to keep violating laws. Shit happened. Now He got to come back to get His people. But what I'm saying is this. When we fell off, we lost our damn mind. So when these people and these French settlers and all these other people came over here, right? They came here and they wanted to occupy and take over the land. And we simply let them. That's right. You didn't even put up a fight. You simply let them. Now the ones that were awake, the leftover remnants of Moors that were in the U.S., all right, like New Orleans and all these other places, you know, all right, Georgia, Virginia, and all these other places, and some of these other ones that were in tribes like the Chickasaw, the Chickasaw tribe, we can call it Chickabat, or the Chickasaw tribe, you know, you see. Like those people that were in Chicago over there and all these other places, right, in America, right, hold on, these people that were over there, they got attacked by the European settlers. What do you think? The French and the European and the Dutch didn't come over here and start killing people? The first thing they did, right, hold on, the first thing that they did, right, when they came here, they saw the Native Americans here, but when they came through, they didn't just come through like just guns blazing and all that. They needed help. Believe it or not, the Native American man in this country and the Aztecs, which were the so-called black people, search up the last 2 full-blooded Aztecs on Google, and you will see it's 2 black people, a black man and a black woman, right? The Aztecs and the Native Americans, well, your native Indian, right? The Indian people here, because the Native Americans were the so-called black people that were already here. Yeah, believe it or not, they had a certain disagreement over land and stuff like that, and the Aztecs were ruling over these people because they had the sovereign right to. So the Native American ran into the British somehow, and the British made a deal with them. You let us in, we'll take over the Aztecs, and we'll give you a part of their land as well. We'll take over their land, and we'll give you a partial piece of their land as well. So that way everybody's happy. You know, we'll take half and half. The Native American man, the Native Indian man in this country, the red skin Indian, yeah, him. It wasn't all of them, but it was a certain group of them that were unhappy with the treatment of the Aztecs, and they were unhappy with the amount of resources that they could get off the land. They wanted more. Greed is a bitch. Yes. See, greed always fucks shit up. See. You had a good thing going, and you just let these crazy ass European and British settlers come in, and the French and the Dutch and all these other people and the Spaniards. Huh. They came up in here, right? Because the Redskin Indian let them in through the borders. Yes. While the Aztecs had no awareness of what was going on. They let them in through the borders, and then they came in and they started subjugating the Redskin Indian man as the Aztec people. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's what they came here and did. Okay? Alright? If it wasn't for the Redskin Indian man not being as greedy as he was at the time frame, and it wasn't even all of them. It was just a certain faction of them. You know, they wouldn't have been able to come in like that. So they got taken over because these guys had guns. See, you see, these guys had guns and stuff like that, and they got the guns from the Moors, of course. See, the thing is this. In those time frames, right? You see, I'm gonna get on black women, don't worry. You see, in these time frames, in order for them to colonize and take over, they had to trick the African. The African was way too smart. They could never outsmart him unless they outsmarted people that he was working with to keep the land from being invaded. The Aztecs were eventually killed off for the most part, and the Redskin Indian. Look what happened to him. He had his land taken from him. Got killed up in fucking wars fighting with these people. They got shot to hell. The daughters were raped. The land was seized. They even, and before they did this to the Redskin Indian man, before they did this to the Aztecs and the Aboriginal people that was there, and the Asiatic people that were there. Yeah, there was Asiatic black people in America. Oh yeah. All right, they don't want to tell you that, but it's true. See, while they was doing this to the black people that were there, the Redskin Indian man, he thought he was going to get profits from this. Not realizing that when they settled into the land masses that the Aztecs had that were in control of, and the Aboriginals that that were there, they got taken over because they got attacked by surprise. The Redskin Indian man thought he was going to reap in the benefits. My man, you dealing with white folks. Fuck out of here. No niggas allowed, like they say. They found out how you did your agriculture. They found out how you created your crops. They found out what was the most fertile land masses to create crops. They found out how you make your money. They found out where the jewels are in this country, the gold, the diamonds, everything. They figured you out like a fucking blueprint because you gave them all the information, not realizing what they were gonna do to you. They were acting like they were your friend first. Then they came in, took all your shit, raped the women right in front of you, killed your children, sold your children off, and pushed you into fucking reservations. They massacred you, motherfuckers. And to this very day, y'all still suffering those reservations. Why? Because you let the British man in. You let him in. Hey man, we all got a fault. Black people fucked up in ancient Egypt. You niggas let him in when y'all wasn't supposed to because y'all was mad about the Aztecs and how they were supposedly treating you. Now, black women. See, the so-called black female, or the negress, how they used to refer to her back in those times. See, they had to fuck up her mind first in order to make sure that the Negroid man wouldn't have a platform to walk on. See, she is the platform for the Negroid man to even come into existence on this planet. And he needs a Negroid woman. Does he not? God damn it. So, because of this fact, they realized if we destroy... Alright, don't worry about that. So, they realized that this woman is the stable backbone of the so-called Moorish diaspora. She is the stable backbone because she is the woman and she's the one giving birth. In these time frames when we were cursed and lands being pillaged from us and being killed off and kicked out of lands and being forced to work for no pay. when this was going on, we even created the cotton gin. We created all this great stuff. The plastic, all this stuff that we got today that we take for granted today. We taught them how to use carpentry. We taught them everything, bro. Everything, mathematics, everything. We built all the buildings out here. All the best blueprints for buildings. We the ones who created all that shit. All of it. All of it, man. Let me tell you something. When the Lord Anunnaki finally left black people alone and let us suffer here for what we did, okay? We didn't know how we was gonna get out of this mess, but there were certain native tribes to this land of black folk, yes, other black folks that were still conscious and aware of what was going on with with the Native American man that was kicked out, and all these other European and Spanish cats that was here, the French and the Dutch and all these other men. They came in here and started taking over the land. They literally tried to start taking over the land. But see, what happened is that the other smaller faction of Aztecs and all these other blacks that were still here, that are Asiatic or aboriginal to the land, they started seeing what was happening to black people, so they all formulated a plan. Okay, these motherfuckers want to enslave our people. They want to come here, rape and rob the land, and take all our oil and resources and all this other shit. Fuck that. That's not gonna happen. So you know what was happening? In these time frames, they want to talk about Placage and all this other stuff that was going on. In those time frames, there was literal black men, okay, black slaves and black men that were in this land, including you African American cats. You guys kept getting free. Every time the French settlers and the Dutch and the Europeans and the French would come in and enslave you and lock you up away from life, locked up and fucked up. You know what would your other brothers would come in and do? They would come in and set you free by killing these Spanish and these European settlers that came in here. They would kill them and set you guys free, and you would join their faction and then join in a war. Now, what were these wars called? The Gullah Wars, the Yamasee Wars, the Black Hawk Wars, the Cherokee Wars, the Yamasee Wars, and I forgot the other name of the other wars. It was literally a 500-year cycle of wars, never ending in this country. Fuck. The British and the French were up to their fucking necks with you. They couldn't even fight y'all off. That they needed to actually call the Spanish crown for fucking help because they couldn't handle you black men. See, this is what mixing was about. It was to fuck up your carbon. They knew that you were carbon dated people because back then they used to call you guys COPTS, C-O-P-T-S, copper based people, and they knew that you guys were freaking bronze race people. They had to make special, look it up on Dan Calloway. You can go there on Google or on YouTube. They had to make specialized bullets to shoot you black men because the regular bullets that they had wasn't working on you. The bullets were literally bouncing off your fucking skin. That's how powerful your carbon is. You don't have no fucking melanin. What the fuck are these people talking about? You don't have no damn pigment. Melanin. You wasn't created like these other people out here. You're a chosen race of people. How the hell are you gonna be the same as everybody else? This is what the mixing with the black female was for. To weaken your connection with God. Because you see, what they realize is that even though the Lord abandoned you and left you there in dissolution and fucked up and all this, they knew that if you ever realize what the fuck you were, you can reconnect with your creator, apologize, and seek guidance from your creator. And that way you'd actually be able to get your power back and rule over this country, which over this landmass that we call today as the United States of America. It's not united under the government, not America, because America's gone. America is what we had, because we are the original Americans in this country. See, here's the thing. You guys were fighting in all these 500-year cycle of wars, and you know what the black female was doing? Because you remember, y'all cursed, man. Y'all cursed now. Y'all pretty much punished for fucking up. A lot of these black females saw these European settlers coming in and taking over taking over lands and stuff like this, and trying to weaken the benefits of the land. So a lot of these women were like, you know what? These black men that are here, they don't have as much money as these European guys. They're not taking over like the European is right in this moment in time. And these Europeans are coming in. They have better weaponry. You know, I don't know if we're gonna be able to survive all this or whatever. A lot of these black females, they went and betrayed their own men to be with the European settlers. That's how scurvy these bitches are. And to this very day, these women still have this mindset. The white man's ice is always colder than yours, isn't it, black man? Huh? Huh? They'll date a fucking man that historically has destroyed them. Fucking crazy ass women, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't saying there's all of you that would do it, but god damn it, you will date a man that historically destroyed your entire institution of fucking living. And you will date this man? You're fucking crazy for that shit. All these men did was come here and destroy you. Okay? And to this very day, these men have something against the black female and something against the black male. Especially the black male. Because they're afraid of him. Because they know the kind of strength and power he got is absolute. So they need to screw him over in every way they possibly can. And this is where your Placage and octoroon balls comes from. We're going to talk about this right now. Give me a moment. Now, dealing with all this now. See, they wanted to supposedly end slavery in the late 18th century or whatever. What was it? I'm so sorry. They want to supposedly end slavery in the late 18th century or whatever. They wanted to end all this stuff because you know, the Reconstruction era, which the Reconstruction era was a bunch of bigotry, pushing black folk around, spraying them with water hose, fire truck. Treating them the wrong way. Look at the Little Rock 9. You know, the kids in the bus were being fucking savagely attacked by a bunch of white people. Martin Luther King. What is it? Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X. All these cats. This was still suffering, my nigga. Killing of black people in the middle of the street. Being pushed around. Going to the wrong school. Having the shit kicked out of you. The cops constantly harassing your ass. Okay, yo, my man, this shit was bullshit. Alright? This shit was fucking bullshit. Your blood in the middle of the fucking road, my nigga. Tell you something else. See, these black females, they had a plan to fuck you over. See, there was a bunch of black females that wanted, they were trifling. They saw you dying in these wars, blood coming out of your fucking neck. You was fighting for black females for 500 years, an endless cycle of fucking wars in this fucking country. And all this black bitch could do was betray you. And hook up with that fucking white man over there. And he had a plan. He said, okay, we gonna come in, and we're gonna try to entice these black women. We're gonna use them against this black man now. And he will not have a stable unit to rely upon. And if he doesn't have a stable unit to rely upon, he can't build up off of that. Because the unit that he got has been destroyed. The platform for him to build a building on top of, a facility or a kingdom on top of, is completely destroyed. The black females destroyed. So what they did was this. They started, not only did these black women make deals with these men. These black women were doing reconnaissance work. Yes, reconnaissance. They were going into black factions, so-called black. They were going into these Moorish factions of so-called blacks that were freed to fight in these wars. The Black Hawk Wars, the Cherokee Wars, the Yamasee Wars, the Gullah Wars, and all these other wars that were taking place. They went in and they went back and reported to these white people that were coming in, and they were reporting to them and telling them when we were deciding to have an uprise. When we wanted to attack and fight back and take over the land that they've confiscated and taken from us. Every single time we try to come up and fight, because we were winning. They never won this fucking country through the gun and the sword and all that. No, they conned their way into it. With the help of the black woman. They conned their way into it. Okay, they just kept settling here and setting up shop. And confusing the black man in this country. Because you have to understand, there were certain black men that were losing their fucking minds, some that weren't, some that were aware. Oh man, it was crazy. Constantly setting the black man free to fight in these wars. All over the US. All over. This poor fucking man was dying for a bunch of women that didn't even respect him in that time frame. Because these bitches wanted to take, these women wanted shit for themselves, see. Was it all of them? Not all of them. The mass majority of black women were doing this. Now, see, the black woman was going to pay in the end, see. Because of what you did, right? The black man, the black man was suffering, knowing that you were in those shacks over there. He would probably hear this woman screaming at night, having sex with this fucking white man over there, okay? And the white woman was fucking she hated black women. She hated black people, and that's why she would always be hitting the black children and treating them like shit and treating them wrong and all this. It's because she had envy and hatred towards the black female, because the white man he only had interest and eyes for the black female. Okay, he didn't really care about the white woman, only other than the fact that she was a source of bringing his seed into the world. She was the only source that he had to create other white men. That's all he never gave a fuck about the white woman in this country. Okay, and this is why the white woman eventually ended up looking at the black man and then pretty much raping the black man, or having consensual sex with him if he wanted to or not. Not all these white women were pretty. Some of them were pretty. Some of them weren't. So you would have to understand, you would be forced to have sex with a woman you're not even attracted to. Otherwise you get yourself killed. You know, she placed a lie on you, say you raped her or did some type of shit. The white man would come in and kill your fucking ass off of anger. But yet this white man want to talk about you. He don't want you to be with his fucking woman, or want to be a fucking hypocrite and a piece of shit and be with a fucking black woman. All over that time frame of Placage. All right, we're gonna talk about this shit now. And in the 1700s, right? This white man and this black woman, right? They call it octoroon balls. This shit started in New Orleans and all over the place. See, these black females, right? Okay. So basically, these white men set up a central hub in New Orleans, and then they started spreading it out everywhere else. Atlanta, Georgia, they started spreading it out, but slowly in the 1700s, when they were making all these profits off of black men suffering. Okay. They made an institution where see these black women that were having sex with these white men eventually bore children, mixed race children, and this is where you get the concubinage of these white men, creating an institution where these mixed race women would be placed in a situation where they would become concubines. Or illegal wives, because it wasn't legal, illegal wives of these white men through a system called octoroon balls, where black females would come in and be placed in a you could call it a holding center, where these women would come in dressed really nicely, okay? Because these white men have been giving them dresses, giving them pearls and diamonds and all this other stuff. He would give them all this, right? And what he would do is basically, because you see, you have to understand, in this time frame, black men was out of, their image was fucked up in this time frame. So black women and mixed women only knew of black men as slaves. They didn't even know where the hell they come from. So you gotta understand that mindset of a black woman now fucked up. She thinks that she's worthless. She's in this situation now where legally, what can she do? You know, what can she do? And the thing is this: a lot of these black women, they had the mind frame of doing this shit. They wanted to do this shit. Octoroon balls was when these women came into balls, dressed in gowns and stuff like this, and they would basically be auctioned up to a bunch of European settlers and white men that were here, okay, and French settlers and stuff like this. Yes, man, listen up. These are white men that were slavers as well. A lot of them, man. Okay, it started off small and it became a nationwide thing, so to speak. It slowly gained its popularity. A lot of these white men were curious about these black females, and they wanted to touch them up. And because you heard those stories about white men trying to rape black women and stuff like this, and you've also heard these stories of black women giving it up just off the fact that she want to fuck over the black man because she sees the black man in a certain way that is disrespectful. She want to come off and say, you know what, if the black man's going to be going in and out of prison and going in and out of jail and stuff like this and all this, I don't want to support him. I want to support the white man and his conquest, because I know that if I team up with him, I'm a female and I got a hot box between my legs. I know if I team up with him, he's gonna give me nice things just off the fact that I'm different from all the other women that he's been with, and not only that, but I'll be a great asset to him in destroying the black man. Some evil ass women, son. So now check this out. Because these women were concubines, illegal concubines and illegal wives of these men, these white men. See, this process of having sex with black women was bringing mixed children into the world, and these mixed children, right, would eventually inherit rights and inherit sovereign rights from just being married to white men, and because of this fact, right. You see, you have to understand, eventually these white men gave up their last names, okay, to give some sort of identity or a false identity to the mixed African American females that were mixed, okay? You had these Creole white men that gave up their name, their last name, and then this is where you get your Creole black women from. To this very day, Creole black women still brag about the fact that they have black slaves. They're literally bragging about their own indenturement, their own servitude to the white man. Being a fucking piece of shit and garbage and a slave to a piece of shit white man. They brag about that. Listen, I'm gonna keep my fucking opinions of these fucking women out of this fucking video. These fucking women are fucking brainwashed. And a lot of these African American women are brainwashed just as well. You see them with those weaves on their head. They want to be a white woman, bleaching their skin, putting color, light color contacts in their eyes and all this other shit. You see that crazy bitch up there, T.I.'s wife? Look how she look up there. Like a fucking nut. She don't understand what the fuck she is. She got to do all that to herself because she's not happy with what the fuck she is. These black women got a bunch of fucking mental problems. I hope Lord comes and fixes this shit, because we are fucked right now. Now, getting on this bullshit. Now, see, check me out on this. Black men were so fucked up in this time frame. We were being killed off when we didn't want to listen. You know, we were being shot to hell. We were trying to run from the plantation. We were trying to run and get out and get free. All these stories of Harriet Tubman, black women coming in. No, no. How the hell a black man's going to be struggling and doing all this to try to get free? But then they'll put Harriet Tubman and say some black woman came in and did all this. No, that's a lie. Harriet Tubman didn't do all that. That's a fucking lie. First of all, okay, they trying to basically put the black woman as if she's your savior. No, she's your fucking damnation, you dumb fuck. No, you idiot. No, you. I got love for you, my brother, but no. What the fuck is wrong with you? If you having difficulty to get the fuck out, how an old black female gonna get you? No, nigga. It was your brothers that came for you. Okay? The leftover fragments of the Aztecs. The leftover fragments of the Aborigines in this country. Okay? You still have pyramid mounds and structures in America that they're trying to hide to this very day. Did you know that there was a lost civilization of ancient Egyptians that were here in America? And they have all those structures and all those artifacts and all that stuff that the French and Dutch and Spanish and British and American settlers, these cats, these white boys, they came in, confiscated all that stuff and put it in, guess where? Hollywood. They have a gigantic cave down there in Hollywood. Okay? Yes, Sin City. That's what they confiscated all your stuff, all your identity, and they put it in. You can search it up. The lost artifacts of the ancient Americas. You can search it up. They have huge caves that they have confiscated and put all these ancient artifacts in. Priceless antiques, priceless artifacts, priceless stuff. You're not gonna believe this. They even have UFO structures in there. Yeah. There was black people literally getting on. In America, there was black ancient Egyptians that were in America using UFOs and going to. You're not gonna believe this shit. That were going. They were interstellarly traveling to different sectors of reality. The Aztecs and all these people already had information on the dimensions and how to get out of the dimensions and shit like that. They already had that. They already knew about that shit. This is where you travel and you speak to the Native American man, the red-skinned man. He believes in alien beings. When you talk to the Aboriginal black man in this country, he believes in it. The Africans believe in it too. Look at that man called Krato Mutua. He says that there's been Chitahuri, reptilian beings, and all kinds of other beings that have been coming on this planet and confiscating goods and confiscating materials to create for the UFOs and spaceships and all this other shit. He believes that these beings exist. He says he's even seen them with his own goddamn 2 eyes. Search it up. David Icke was talking to him. Yeah, David Icke was talking to him and all that shit. This ain't a joke, man. Wake the fuck up. Now you get these stories about a man called Abraham Lincoln and how this cat was running around, right? And supposedly, you saw that movie come up there. Supposedly, Abraham Lincoln, the so-called vampire slayer. They had a literal diary of him explaining how to kill vampires and that these beings are on our planet and what he was going to do and this and that and the third. These vampiric, reptilian, demonic hybrids, these humanoid, reptilian, dragon, beast hybrids were coming into our realm of reality. And they were taking black bodies, literally eating black people in those fields at night when they were picking cotton for master. Do you know why they call that shit soul food? It's food to kill off negroid souls. The chicken, all that shit. The pig's feet, the fucking the innards of the fucking pig and all this other stuff. All that red blood food was food to kill off negroid souls because our bodies are made to be alkaline in nature. So us eating all these foods, our bodies are already programmed to have a purpose. Their bodies don't have a real purpose, but ours does. Okay? Our bodies were actually, listen to this. Our bodies were actually created to be sponges to soak up the sun's energy to power ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt used to be a gas station, guys. It used to be a literal gas station. Our bodies were so alkaline and powerful that our energies would seep into the pyramid structures. And it would shoot out into the, you see that gold tip on the pyramid? It was our energy of our electro organ energy would shoot into the atmosphere when a UFO from a Palladian or an Andromedan or a Zeta Reticulan or whatever other beings or our Sumerian gods, the ancient Anunnakis would come in and they would take in that energy from the pyramid, right? And it would literally power their crafts through solar radiation, solar energy. This is why you hear stories about a globe or a circular black craft absorbing, getting close to the sun's surface and absorbing electrical, solar powered energy from the sun to continue being able to move around interstellarly. You've heard these stories online, haven't you? Yeah, that's where you get that shit from. See, I'm teaching you motherfuckers today. Better wake the fuck up and understand what this black female has betrayed you. Let me tell you the situation in this country. The black man, you are the prisoner. The black female is the warden walking around checking you. She's checking you. She's your enemy right now. And guess who the CO is? The white man. He's so in control of this black woman's fucking mind. Okay? He fucked her mind up. You in this shit alone, black man. And that's what I'm saying. If you want a woman, man, I don't believe in this, in being with other women and stuff like that. I don't believe in that. I believe that you should be with the black female, but she's too damaged. What the fuck you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do? You're gonna have to go abroad for the other black females that's out. You're gonna have to go abroad for the other black females that's out there. But guess what, brother? So a lot of those black females that's out there, their mindset corrupted too. Listen, I've dated Dominican women. I've seen Dominican women and dated Dominican women who've had their own fucked up mental thinking on black people, and yet they are dark skinned themselves. Where does this come from? Mental brainwashing. The Dominican people that's over there, I'm gonna be making videos on Dominican people. I want you to really know how colonialism goes down, because we not playing on this goddamn channel. Motherfuckers coming at me talking about you racist and all this motherfucking shit. You shut your fucking bitch ass up. Listen, I know all this shit. Okay? And the only real racist is you, the white man. That's the only real racist that's out here. And after you, the Chinese man's gonna follow, all these other motherfuckers gonna follow, the Indian, all these other people gonna follow him. Because they all come from the lunar cycle. Okay? They gonna follow him and his beast ass ways. Because they all come from the lunar cycle. And if they're smart, they won't follow him and they will exile his ass. If they're smart. Okay? But if they ain't smart, they gonna keep on following this man and his beast ass ways. We black people don't come from no lunar cycle. We come from a solar cycle, the sun cycle. We are God's chosen people. But guess what? We fell off, and now it's time for us to get back on. So listen up. So these black females were getting trinkets, gifts, food, a high majority of rations from this white man. They were giving gold. They were giving lands, housing. They were giving protection. Yo, listen to this shit. In a time frame where a black man could be killed for being with a fucking white woman. They're running around the whole world with black women, showing them the whole world and everything, treating them right and all that. But the moment she asks for something about her people, now the white man want to get mad. This white man is the biggest fucking hypocrite to ever exist. You'll run around the whole world with a black woman. They gotta be the most attractive ones. And then, and not only that, but not only did he do that with the regular black woman, he did it mostly with the mixed black female, the mulatto female. See, let me tell you something. Octoroon balls is when mixed black women, will basically be auctioned off to a bunch of white men. Now, placage is when these black females, right, these mixed women, these mulatto women, would form a secret liaison. These were at first secret liaisons with the European men in this country. And these secret liaisons were also to keep tabs on black men as well. See? Yo, it's all about fucking you up, my brother. And these mixed mulatto women, you know, they were so brainwashed that they thought they were more white than anything else because they were being treated with all this, they were being given so much, they even got the white man's last name and all that. Now, a lot of these black women that were eventually called Creoles after taking the name of these white Creole men, these women, okay, a lot of these women, you know, they brainwashed to this very day. But the mixed mulatto women, this, you see, when these were joint marriages of mixed black women, biracial black women, with white men, and this was finally called placage in the 18th century. They gave it a name. It's called placage, and this is some of the most scariest shit because you got a white man that's out here trying to kill black men. And you got these mixed mulatto women who are half black, half white. And you even have a few portions of black women, you know, still sleeping with white men. You have all this going on while this black man can't even look at a white woman without being killed off. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Black men out here suffering, having to fight all these wars to try to set himself free. Black women didn't do shit in those time frames but fuck you over. These mixed women, they also had the opportunity to tell black men what was really going on. These mixed women, they even have blueprints on how the white man was gonna structure this society. And black men, if given this information, could have gotten up off their asses and fought off these men. These mixed women could have let so many black people free. And really didn't. Mine ate up. Mine fucking ate up. By this fucking white colonizing piece of shit. Then guess what? Right? This black man and his suffering had to see his own women being taken from him. His whole lands being pillaged from him. Being in prison. He can't even read. If he tries to read, they'll kill him. Yeah, he had to teach himself how to read. He had to go through so much crap. And this is where you get the light-skinned, dark-skinned slave shit. Where the light-skinned slave is constantly being treated better than the dark-skinned slave. This is where you get it from. Placage. The beginning was octoroon balls, but the ending meat is placage. This is where you get that light skin versus black, dark skin shit. And that's why I saw that shit on Facebook, light skin versus dark skin. You slave coon ass motherfuckers. Do you not see that that's some slave ass shit right there, man? What the fuck is wrong with you dumb ass niggas? I know white people must have been shaking and laughing and fucking laughing at us for that shit. But you know, it's cool. Guess what though? You black man, in the Reconstruction era, you showed yourself as a freaking powerful, resourceful champion. You came out and started, you're the one who actually started building these railways and railroads, all those trains that was being created. You're the one who did that, homie. All these landlines and all this shit, that was you who created all that shit. Peanut butter was created from you. Music. In a time frame where it was believed religiously that taking a shower was a bad thing. Where dancing was seen as something satanic. You came in and showed everybody that it didn't have nothing to do with Satan, it had to do with expressing yourself. You was legally not even able to express yourself in that form of fashion in the United States in the 1800s. Late 1700s to 1800s. Where music and dancing was not okay. Taking a shower wasn't even okay. What kind of crazy madness is this? And you had these coon ass slaves, okay, that were going against their own kind because their mind was being ate up. Now, check me out. Where do you guys think you get your Bolay Foundation from? These coon ass motherfuckers that want to destroy their own people. These black evil people that want to destroy their own people. LeBron James is part of that shit. Look on his chest. He got a Bolay Foundation tattoo on his fucking chest. Where do you think you get these coon ass niggas from? I'm gonna tell you. A lot of these black people that are sellouts right now, they have blood ties and family lineages to black slaves that were cooning and trying to destroy their own. It never stopped. It just kept on going. It just kept on going, bloodline wise. Did you know LeBron James is actually the great grandson to one of the biggest coons of all time? King James, the dude that wrote the book on demonology and all that other shit, who was summoning demonic beings from other portal gateways, who was a homosexual as well. He was one of the biggest coons of all. When the Moors from Spain came down here and these boats, okay, after they were being killed off and all this other stuff and being you know, King James he knew about what was going on and didn't do shit to help his people. He knew what was happening to y'all down here, being burned at the stake, being killed off, lynched, Willie lynching, all his crazy madness, all the crazy shit that was going on here. And this guy King James did nothing. He had the power and resources to take you out of bondage, and he did not do that. He simply watched from the sidelines. And I believe he was influenced by demonic entities as well. In Spain, there was a lot of demonic worship going on. This is why in Europe and all this stuff, you see a knight with a sword on a flag versus a dragon. You see this shit, same thing in Asia, the worship of the beast, the dragon. They don't even realize, a lot of them don't even realize they're worshiping the beast. They gave the beast power on this planet. They're giving him power. Satan, Sashan, the one that's been driving the black man fucking crazy on this planet. And guess what? Sashan is a black female. The devil is a black female. Yes, you heard me right. You heard me on this fucking channel. The Satan, Sashan, is a black female spirit. It was a black goddess who was cursed by the Lord, and now she's a goddamn devil. Connected to Shambhala and the fourth dimensional cataract dimension. And this bitch has been trying to fuck over the black man ever since his fucking inception, trying to come up in here. See, what you need to understand, black man, is that you in this shit alone, brother. You in this shit alone, whether you like it or fucking not. So being with a black African American female don't even make no sense, brother. All this woman has done is fuck you over. You've been chopped in the cinder block, burned at the stake, lynched, and all this other shit, and it was really you alone doing it. You don't really see pictures of black women suffering, do you? It's mostly just you. There's a reason for that, motherfucker. It was really just you suffering out here. The black woman was reaping in all the benefits in your fucking death process, being killed off. That's why the black woman don't even have no respect for her fucking children today. Do you get it now? Oh, you get it now. Man, brother, when you fell off an ancient Kemet, man, you don't realize. You're basically omitting, when you forget all the shit that this black female did to you, being killed and buried and bloodied and motherfuckers dying and fucking 500 years of fucking wars, my nigga. Because really, all this shit really happened in the 1500s. When the Europeans started trying to settle in here and come in here and all this other bullshit, it wasn't no 1600s. That's when slavery started. They started attacking you in the 1500s. They ain't gonna talk to you about that shit though. There was small factions of them trying to come into the U.S. And some of them came in and we just killed them off. So it took the Redskin Indian man and let his ass in. Then shit really got crazy. And not only that, but most of this shit was already happening in Spain. That's why you hear about 1492 or whatever. 1493, 1492, when the Moors became captured Moors. Why? There's a lot of shit went down over there. I'll talk about that later. I think I've already spoken to you guys about what happened to the Moors. Alright? This is where you get your... This is where you guys get your whole werewolf and vampiric theology from. See, the serpent kings, who can actually transform into serpent beings, very almighty, powerful beings. There was a certain time frame on planet Earth when there was a blood moon triad. Yeah, blood moon triad. Or tetrad. You guys weren't allowed to transform. You guys' powers got locked down because you guys were getting codes from the universe, from the red blood moon. But you guys mixed your blood with these satanic ass, corrupted seed or white people that were here in Europe, who had beast DNA in them from the start, okay, wolf DNA and all this other shit, you know, and you mix your seed with them, and you wasn't supposed to do that shit. And then when the blood moon triad came in, the serpent blood got activated inside of them because you know, some of these white people that were, some of them tried to mix the Moorish blood out, and some of them didn't. Some of these people that you mixed your blood with, they turned into werewolves and vampires because their DNA. You see, they don't have the. Hey, sorry, got a little distracted there. Had to take care of some stuff. But like I was saying, guys, hopefully you guys can see me. There we are. All right, so we were saying that the Moors basically mixed their DNA with Caucasoids there, and they have beast DNA in them already. So when the serpent DNA was activated in them because of the mixing, you know, they don't have carbon, they don't have dark matter, they don't have they don't have a solar plexus, they don't have a soul. There's too many things that they have, only a spirit. There's too many things inside of them that they're devoid of. You know, the holy light of Ra, they don't have that in them either. There's just too many things, so they were lacking so much stuff that only black folks have, that their DNA ended up spiraling down instead of up, 9 ether. They spiraled all the way down to 666, so they turned into a beast called a werewolf or a vampire, a blood-drinking beast that runs around the planet killing and maiming its prey, in innocence, you know? And because the Moors in this time frame, when there's an arc cycle like this, there is like a blood moon, they're being downloaded with all kinds of codes. They can't use their special abilities at this moment in time. Their bodies are being downloaded with all kinds of codes and knowledge and stuff like that. They can't use their powers. They can't use their psychic abilities and stuff like this because they were awakened beings. This is why you see so many of the Moors and saints, they have that glow around their head that Jesus Christ has, because that is a I forgot the name of it. It was in the tip of my tongue. But that light, that's that holy light, and demons can't get nowhere near you with that light. Now, see, the thing is because these Moors couldn't use their abilities. They were powerless against these demonic forces. these vampiric, blood-sucking werewolves and vampires. Yes, this is where you get your vampiric and werewolf theologies from. This is where you keep seeing movies about werewolves, vampires, underworld, Blade, Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer. As much as you don't want to believe it, it was a real story. They even have pictures of what the real Abraham Lincoln looked like. He was a copper person just like me. Yeah, he was killing reptilians on American soil. Yes, they were coming from the 4th into the 3rd to try to eat black people, because and they were eating white folks too. Y'all don't know this, but they were eating mostly black people. And the reason why they were eating black people is because now black people have been eating the bad foods for so long that they're vibrating low like a white person naturally does. They're supposed to vibrate above them, but now they're vibrating just like them because they're eating all those low acidic, damaging foods that they eat. So they were able to snack on them. If they go back to their higher vibration, eating them is like eating uncooked meat for the demons. They can't eat that shit. They're like, ah, they don't like it. So because we were vibrating low by eating master's food, these demons started lurking. They started seeing all these black people in those fields over there. They wanted to come and try some. They got released, and they started. There was old women to this very day that can confirm that those stories are not true. That there was actually demons in plantations trying to eat and suck the blood out of Moors that were here working those fields. I told you, Sirius in the temple gets crazy, but I digress. Now the Placage. See, you black guys don't understand. You shouldn't even be dating black women in this period of time. Save yourselves. Save your damn selves. Because you know what? African American females, they're too fucking crazy. And I personally can't deal with them. These women have gone out of their fucking minds. And it's just some sad case of events. I wish it wasn't. I really wish it wasn't like this, man. But it is like this. And it's just a sad state of affairs. These women, they were working in secret liaisons with these white men, and the black females were the first ones to betray you. Okay, the darker skinned women, and they formulated a plan to screw over the black man every time he wanted to uprise, start a revolt, fight back, and get his land that was taken from him. And you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for these stupid ass black bitches in the fucking first place, we wouldn't, listen, America, we would have been able to kick them out. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We would have been able to kick the white man out of this fucking country. And you know how? See, if the black bitch didn't fucking snitch to this piece of shit white man over there. See, you don't get it. They were trying to take out the mineral resources and all the gold and copper and all this other shit that's in the earth in the Americas when they were coming here to colonizing. You can't extract from the country, extract mineral resources and goods and wealth and all this power that you want. You can't extract these riches and fight wars at the same time. It don't work like that. Your manpower has been distributed. It's been divided, because now you got so many people working these mines, working all this shit to get the freaking mineral resources and content out of the ground, and out of these caves and all this other stuff, while you got the other factions fighting the war. You can't do two at the same time, because these black folks are really dominant and they're winning, and they don't even have guns in their hands for the most part. They don't. Any guns they have, they stole it from the white man that they killed. So if these black women didn't snitch in the first place, this country would be ours right now. We wouldn't be having to put up with no white man and his crazy retarded mental institutions and all this other shit. Everything that's owned out here is owned by a fucking an albino. Why is that? They don't have no ownership over nothing. They came here and conned their way into shit. They set up shop here and they just don't want to fucking leave. They confuse you and tell you, oh yeah, this is the United States of America. They just start talking nonsense. And before you know it, in the Louisiana Purchase of 1806, which is 1803 really, but 1806 is when the government corporation, the corporation, not America, the United States under the, well, you already know these elites, they dubbed you black, 3/5 of a human being. If you're 3/5 human, how can you expect to ever be really respected in this country? You have a nationality. The last nationality that you had was called a Moor. Or a Lemurian, or whatever you want to call it. You guys won't even call yourselves that. And this is why you're struggling the way you're struggling. Because you're not trying to get your legal rights back. You want to keep calling yourself black. If we call ourselves Moors, nothing's going to happen. You guys have never tried. Fuck you talking about? You guys have never come as a mass collective and started calling yourselves Moors. You never did that. And until you do it, you're never going to know what's going to happen. That's the fear in you talking. Okay? That's the fear inside of you talking. If you guys would all come up together, start calling yourselves Moors, and try to sue the U.S. government for all the bullshit that they did to you and stole your lands and all this, you guys could literally become rich within months. Okay? All those cases that they're going to have to deal with, they might as well just give you all the fucking money. Hey man, there's a lot of shit going on out here that people don't know. And, you know, this video is really long. I'm actually quite tired. I need some sleep. And, you know, I gotta tell you guys, man. We've been robbed in so many ways. And throughout your suffering, black man. Throughout your whole suffering, so-called black, because you're a Moor. I always have to say that. You're a Moor. You are a Moor. Throughout your entire suffering, nobody was there for you but your brothers. That was the only people that was there for you. They even tried to turn your brothers against you. But know this. That black woman that you guys want to have so much respect for and that disrespects you every single day that she exists, she did not suffer with you during slavery. No, she didn't. She was benefiting from your indentured servitude and all this other shit. You were indentured servants at one point as well. All your servitude to these people, she profited from it. And guess what? You dumb nigga black bitch. Guess what? See, you thought you was gonna get your fucking way. But then the white man, like he always does, once he's done using his tools, like he does with everything, he breaks them and then puts them off to the side. He used you as a motherfucking tool, you dumbass bitch. And because he used you as a fucking tool and you got mad at the shit, look what he did to you today. He fucked your mind up so bad. During the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s and the 90s. He fucked your mind up so bad in those time frames. With the crack era and all this other shit. He fucked you up so bad that now, as a consequence of your motherfucking bullshit ass actions, now you're fucked up so mentally that nobody want to deal with your ass. You were trying to be like the women from the lunar cycle. And they ain't got no place for you in the lunar cycle because you already belong to the solar cycle. So your mindset's fucking gone. You want to be one of them when you're supposed to be the supreme woman on the planet. But you don't want to be supreme. You want to be like them. So guess what? They put you underneath them to show you that you don't even belong with them. You get it? Because all your bullshit, in the end, you're the one who suffered the most out of this so-called slavery shit. Because guess what? After you betrayed your own man and all this now, guess what your man is doing? Packing up and leaving your bitch ass. So now you want to get mad and do all this other stupid shit that don't make no goddamn sense. Act like a fucking moron in the middle of the street. Embarrass black men. Everywhere they fucking go, they gotta see a nasty, fat, overweight, weave wearing, retarded, smelling, the retarded black nigga bitch that can't even fucking brush her fucking teeth to save her own ass. A bunch of rude ass women. Disrespectful as hell. Can't even speak in Ebonics or some shit. Every fucking minute you gotta go outside in the state of New York. Every time you gotta go outside in the United States and see these black nigga bitches walking around fucking up. So motherfucking disrespectful with a white man. Oh, they personality changes, huh? Oh, they respectful now, huh? Cause you wanna be nothing but a fucking bedchamber maid. That's right, I said it. You black nigga bitches, all the time frame y'all was there, you were nothing but a bunch of bedchamber maids and a bunch of fucking placages out there. All y'all were was a bunch of sex slaves, realistically. All y'all was, because if you would have left that white man that gave you all that shit that he gave you, he would have killed you. He would have killed you. You understand? Because you were illegal, an illegal wife to this man. So if he killed you, he wouldn't have suffered nothing because of that. You understand? All right. All you were was a sexualized a buck in a cage. He just brought the cage everywhere with him, so you couldn't even see that mentally you were trapped. It don't take physicality to imprison somebody. All it takes is the mind to be a prisoner. Okay? And because of the consequences of your fucking bullshit ass actions and betraying your own man, now your own man don't even want you no more. I get comments from brothers every fucking... I get comments from niggas every fucking minute telling me how disgusting you women are. And it's so fucking sad because you're a part of us. And we supposed to love you. We supposed to love you, but you know what? You want to betray us and fuck us over. I see videos of niggas bleeding out on YouTube talking about, oh, this black nigga bitch crazy, she trying to kill me and all this. It's consequence to you niggas getting with them. And I got brothers out here that will tell you all the shit that these women have put them through. But listen up, yo. Listen up. I am absolutely sick of these women, and something needs to be done about these women. The Lord needs to come and fix these women. He needs to take them and put them in a freaking a mental facility to get their mind right. Their mind's fucked up. Listen, they don't even know how to be ladylike. Something's wrong with these fucking women. But listen, now the black nigga bitch is suffering here in America. I just saw a bitch come up on YouTube and talking about, oh, I feel that black men have abandoned us black women. Oh! But you wasn't talking about all that bullshit then when you was with the white man though, right? We didn't even have right to speak and say nothing about, oh, the black bitches has abandoned me. We didn't get those rights. But now you want to come with your bullshit now? And talk about that you feel abandoned? Tough luck, sister. You shouldn't have did what you did to us. See? Everything come back around. That karma effect. You want to leave niggas behind and do all this stupid ass shit because you feel that the white man is gonna fucking bring you down with us and he's gonna kill you with us. So because you so afraid of this white man killing you, you were willing to leave your own man and join him because you see he got all those guns and shit like that. You think you could just get away with that? And then snitch to him and then fuck up our uprise and then have us a slave out in this bitch? The only reason why we stayed in slavery is because of you. Okay? Alright? These bitches are on some bullshit. These bitches are on some fucking bullshit. And you even got black women now. Decent ones. Decent ones coming up and admitting that black women have a nasty ass attitude. Search it up, man. You will see what I'm talking about. But I'll leave that to interpretation. And this is Seriously in the Temple, and I'll be finishing the second part of this video very soon. I'll thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Alright, I'll just say this. I'm gonna leave off with this. See, a lot of you brothers don't get this, but look, I'm gonna just put it like this. You guys have to understand, I'm coming up here and telling you the truth, regardless of what you want to believe. But I'm gonna put it like this though. You guys have your choice, be with them or not. They are bad news in this time frame, and hell, we've been going through this bullshit for how long? So you know, I mean, hold on. Just know, black woman, she didn't suffer along with us. We were the object of this country's suffering. She tried to benefit from it and it ended up in her downfall, and that's why she's fucked up to this very day, and nobody wants this fucking woman. She did it to herself, therefore I don't feel sorry for her. She knew what she was doing. Okay? But leaving the past behind, I want my women to be women of my, demographic. I want them to be fixed. I want everything within our people to be fixed. I'm not throwing salt on nobody, but I'm just saying, look, this is what took place, and if you don't like what I had to say, it's your damn problem. This is historical facts, and you can find out all about it by just going on Google and searching and searching and searching and searching. Go on YouTube and searching. So you're gonna find out everything I said was the truth. I didn't lie about anything. So yeah. Oh, that blood moon triad or whatever. Well, yeah. We the Moors got eaten alive and got killed and brought into, and then a lot of the ones that were still alive got forced into like the royals. They got forced into having sex to have a child and then bring that offspring and the rest of their offsprings and the children and all that of the captured Moors into America. So this is where you get your pictures of people being lynched, burned alive at the stake, being murdered, gator bait, little babies being thrown at alligators as food, and all kinds of sick ass, evil, twisted shit these white people did to us here. So just understand who and what we're dealing with. The government, the Khazarian Zionist Jews, have been behind all this shit because they're the ones who have the agenda to destroy the human race. This is Serious Inner Temple. Thanks for watching, and my arm is getting tired. Peace. And the second part of this video is coming later on down the line. I'm gonna bring a friend for that one. Yeah, I'm gonna bring a friend for that one. Alright, thanks you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace. Until the next video. Serious out.